It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Already here, they'll audible to something else.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yardage, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, Hurts. And that is incomplete. Out of coverage, a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of...
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Yeah, they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I have.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Nolan Smith.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there.
This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash.
And Johnson's kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
That was complete out to Michael Mayer.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The Seahawks at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
This 2nd and 4.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Warriors 70.
He'll look to throw.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
That'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as the tackle is made at the 28-yard line.
The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Second pirate. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And he's got Smith and Jigba. Touchdown! Jackson Smith-Njigba. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Reek Rowland. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could click for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back to Walker on first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, it's Walker. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Michael Mayer, 52 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 14-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Corliss Waitman now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On play action, they'll throw. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
That's a gain of 5.
Back to throw here. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 71 yards. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start with that secondary. Well, let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 24. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And an Eagle first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurts.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Flush to his right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Hurts to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Hey, check that.
And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick-6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Finding Smith and Jigba downfield.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage, completion-wise, way up. Not that time.
A 54-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. So that Charles a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Eagles 20.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They go play action here on first down.
Catch is made by Metcalf.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Tracker 60.
He'll drop to throw. Looking that side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. They'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
79 Broncos. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks.
2nd and 6.
And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That is bombs away right there, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish.
And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Philly. 65 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts.
A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 27 all. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 23, here's the second down and 6.
Chop 60, chop 60.
Now back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. Couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well, I think Lady Luck was on his side.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
That's good for Seattle Seahawks. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down.
Gets it downfield to Miller.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Check, man.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Lion.
Running right, here's Walker. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
2nd and 7.
65 cat, 65 cat.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now a 2nd and 6.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, break. Ready.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Back to throw here. It's incomplete. Took it. Connect. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
What was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first throw now for the backup Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Now the ball comes loose. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Flushed out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Hurts.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And quickly they get to the line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, 24.
Off the middle, here's Walker.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off of play action, it's Watson.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Watson now to throw.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
A loss of 14 on the play. It's 2nd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, let's go.
Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there, because they've been run ragged throughout.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Seahawks, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next